this, guys. Look at these fruit. Look at these fruities over here. Vanilla lavender. Starbucks. Randy will approve of that. Tell me.
Move. Sit by yourselves. Oliver, move.
All right, April the 8th, 2025. It's Tuesday. Congratulations to the Florida Gators for winning their third national title in basketball and their first since 2007. Hell of a run for the Florida Gators. Isn't Houston nicknamed Clutch City? One shining gag job. What a humiliating way to end your season on national television. Choking to death in your own testicles on CBS. That was horrible. What a gag job by the Houston Cougars. They'll never live that one down. Last night's feature presentation was... Oh yeah, the other thing is... congratulations to the guy for the Capitals, Ovechkin, winning or getting the all-time scoring record, breaking Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring record. You NHL fans, they're talking on the radio. Who's the Mount Rushmore of DC sports? I think it's pretty easy. So it would be Ovechkin, and then you'd have Joe Gibbs, Darryl Green, and Walter Johnson. That's the Mount Rushmore for DC, for all-time DC sports. Last night's feature presentation. I should do a Mount Rushmore for like every National Football League team. How about that? Whiteboard series. Last night's feature presentation, the Flickering Torch Mystery, 1977. This one picked by General Peters. This one starring it's a Hardy Boys episode, starring Sean Cassidy and Parker Stevenson. Boy, there's some odd-looking characters, almost like cartoonish-looking guys. Their father's played by Ed Gilbert, and he also has Lisa Eilbacher in this. And you also have Rick Nelson guest starring as Tony Eagle, a rock and roll star. He's the one whose life is at risk on the bomb on a plane. And then you have John Plachette. In this, the bad guys are played by John Plachette, who is the cousin of Suzanne Plachette from The Birds, 1963. And he's the Bobby Darin looking guy. And then Robert Sampson. You also have Edith Atwater in this, but I don't add her name to the list on tonight's feature presentation starring. I did not add Edith Atwater because her name will be bleeped out. So it's one of those weird Wire Club pick and choose things. You can dox people, but you can't put Edith Atwater or Steve Atwater. It's weird. All right, so that's the cast for the last night's feature presentation, Flickering Torch Mystery, 1977. There's a full review on the Frank Addington channel that I did a year ago of this. And also on the cast is added by General Peters himself on IMDb, uncredited, the rest of the band, the rest of Tony Eagle's band, which were the four other members of the Stone Canyon Band, Rick Nelson's real bandmates in real life: Dennis Lardon, Tom Brumley, Steve Duncan, and J. DeWitt White. And I have them listed as themselves, but maybe they're not really playing themselves. It's more like more like the band of Tony Eagles, and it's technically not correct, but they are in there, and it's kind of weird seeing them, especially at the end. There's a scene at the end where they all come out of the plane. They're all just kind of standing there, and they don't have any lines. It's kind of weird. It's also strange seeing, or really eerie seeing Rick Nelson sitting in the plane before that has a bomb in it, and his life is at risk. Very eerie kind of thing. And then they save his life. I just like the episode. All right, so we're gonna do a Mike's pickup, and we're gonna have tonight's feature presentation. Probably a one for all the marbles to continue the spring season of movie viewing, and we have a dead time in sports until Thursday. Thursday, Masters starts. All right, guys. See you then.